Greetings. Welcome to episode 4. What have I learned about podcasting this week? Well, a glass of ice in my wife's hands is more musical than a junkie with castanets. My dog sounds like an 80-year-old man that suffers from COPD, and the amount of times my wife says, like you know, is like you know annoying. Today's guest is literally my ride or die bitch. We've been friends since the moment she set me on fire. Please welcome my friend Justine.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great.
Fantastic.
So we can talk about your art today because I feel like that's something that you're really blossoming in. I think that you're pumping out a lot of good shit, man. I don't know, like, it's something, I don't know if it's like, I don't know if your man poked something loose and...
He may as well have. I mean, at this point, just everything that I seem to be doing now is, I don't know if it's the encouragement I've been getting from him and everybody else.
Dude, I think you have opened some element in yourself. I can't say what or where or how, but it's working.
What's weird is I'm not picking up my camera anymore, but you know what? At least I'm using my Photoshop.
Do you miss your camera?
Yeah, to an extent. I know in the next couple weeks I just got hired for a wedding, and those aren't the most exciting for me, but it's also a lot of fun being able to do interact with people and capture those moments. But I really miss going, when I was breaking into buildings and stuff. I miss that, and I'm going to have to twist some arms to figure out how to get out to another one.
We got to go to the Dead Horse Bay. I think
yes.
Maybe that will lighten something for you for the photography side.
We could totally do that, and that would be something. I
think that's why I want to go towards a camper when it's later in life, and then, I can just go anywhere and then still come back home to wherever I find.
I'm the person who wants a home base.
I need a home base as well, but if I have a small home base and a small RV that's 50-50 balanced.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, because I can still have certain elements that are in the trailer that I don't have at the house, but when you're parked at the house, you have it.
Right.
It's like a little she shed on wheels. Who wouldn't want that?
Yeah, that's I don't know. I'm thinking about where I would move next because I definitely can't stay in this area. It's just wearing on me. I've been here for 30 years though, so
same girl.
Time to move on.
I don't, and I'm fine even if I do move somewhere else in the state because I feel like there's a lot of beautiful areas of this state that I haven't seen. But I do want to explore every other part of this country until I figure out where. Oh man, okay, I'll move here.
Yeah.
But for right now, I'm I still don't know what's here. I know what's in the central part of the state, but I don't know.
Have you been further north at all, like Pittsburgh?
I've driven through, yeah. I've never been to Pittsburgh City, but I've been to the outskirts of Pittsburgh. Probably the only part of the state that I haven't been to is the Erie part.
I've never been to Erie.
I've never seen the lakes.
We should do a trip to Pittsburgh, even if it's an overnighter thing. I would love to go to the Church Brewery again. That place is beautiful.
Yeah, there's some museums I want to see out there. Who knows? We might move out to Pittsburgh and love Pittsburgh.
I tell you, Pittsburgh, I've been there twice, and beyond getting in, it's kind of reminds me, I shouldn't say it's much less than, but it reminded me of funneling into Philadelphia. Cleanest city I've ever seen.
Pittsburgh?
Yeah, beautiful.
That's what I've heard.
We were walking around.
I know none of the such. I feel like how can Jackie think that she doesn't like cities when she hasn't seen a beautiful city?
Yeah.
She's seen shitholes.
Oh, Pittsburgh is hands down just a beautiful city.
Yeah, she's never been to New York City.
She's a Ravens fan, right?
No, she don't give a shit. She'd be like, yay, yellow!
That's kind of how I was. I was like, you know what? I'll just wear a lot of yellow while I'm out here, and I love it.
She looks good in yellow, too.
Nice. I look jaundiced.
You don't know that. You gotta find the right tone of yellow. Me, I don't look good in yellow. I'm Casper, and I basically look like Casper urinated on himself. Or if Casper got a part-time job at a construction lab or a meth lab. Yep, if I was making meth, that is what I would look like.
I got like my Dijon mustard dress. I like wearing that one.
You Dijon.
Yeah.
What's up?
So, I'm
okay.
doing my laundry
What?
Ooh.
He was hanging with a friend, and he's doing his laundry outside?
Wait, which one is that? Is that
That's
Julian?
Julian!
God damn, I didn't even recognize his voice. I feel like I just saw him.
When's the last time you've seen him?
We were here recently.
Okay.
Alright, I know you're cool, so we're just gonna show you what we did. So we went outside, we were just hanging out.
Please don't set anything on fire. That's all I...
So, and these guys cruise by, and we were just like, they were just honking the horn at us, and we got in the street, and they pull up, they're like, do you think we get airtime off the sale? I say, yeah, I got you. So we recorded it.
I'm scared.
Wait.
Is there nudity?
No.
Okay.
Who got airtime? The car?
Yeah, the car did.
Oh my god.
They got like a millisecond of airtime.
Is it legit airtime?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, man.
Is it
Oh, it
legit
gets better, it
airtime?
gets better. Don't scream. We got in.
Here we go.
Who's driving?
No, he's an adult.
Okay.
What qualifies as an adult? And I have to tell you, my dad...
I've done it too. I can't say anything.
My dad tried
But when
to
your
stop.
15-year-old shows you a video of him launching a fucking car, what are you supposed to say?
Sick, dude.
But look at the first one, because they do get a
Let me see
really
the first one.
crazy amount
I don't
of
want to
air.
see the second one.
No,
I'll
it's
have
so cool.
just the first one.
Here they go. Yeah.
I mean, we're in suburbia.
He said he did like 90 down the hill.
Oh, he does that back
Like,
things up.
it's like the safest part of the neighborhood that...
And then Seth and Noah and his dad are just watching this.
Oh
whole thing
my
happen.
god.
And then we see after we get out the car, we scoot by.
We're gonna get a phone call from the fucking neighbors.
I was like, how many times you guys get pulled over? He goes, only once.
All right, I can't handle any more information from you. So if you could leave before I have a panic attack, that would be great. Get your laundry and go do good child things to make up for what I just saw.
vacuum too.
She can stay down here and snuggle with me.
I don't like this.
You just need to shrink down to lady size. You're like a sack of
Oh my
potatoes.
god, could you imagine if she was lady sized and she looked exactly like she did?
I would die. I would just be over here with the dog in my shirt.
Forever. I love forever puppies. Ooh. I'm glad Jackie doesn't listen to the podcast because I'm keeping that shit in. But she cannot know about that.
No.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah. No,
Honey, if you do end up hearing this, I love you, and I did this because everything worked out fine.
he's standing.
He's fine.
Breathing.
He's doing his laundry and he's doing vacuuming things.
I'll never forget my dad caught my sister and I hooking up a sled to the back of a Jeep. Did I tell you about that? So I was right fresh out of high school. I was probably like 18 or 19. And we were hooking up this goddamn plastic sled to the trailer hitch of a white Jeep Cherokee during this really huge, it was like one of those monumental snows that we got way back. I still had my Mercury, so it was before 2010. My dad comes walking out. He's like, what the fuck are you doing? And we're sitting there like, we're going to take Steph around the block. And he's like, no, you're not. And like, we start this like back and forth. And he goes, when I was your age, I used to hold on to the back of cars while on a skateboard. And he stops just mid like, why did that come out of my mouth? He just hung his head in dad shame and was like, you guys can just don't tell your mother. Just don't tell your mother. Mom found out about it like maybe a year or two ago. I've never seen her eyes get so big. She was furious. But I reminded her, no one's dead.
Yeah, as a kid, it's thrilling. It was fun, but experiencing what I just experienced right now, it's like, I've done so much to keep the damn thing alive, and then he goes and does that. We're on the upswing right now, too. Like,
but that's, I mean, you know, we all had our moments. I can think of a lot of dumb shit I did.
I'd rather he tell me than I have no idea.
Yeah,
I'd rather
that's
know.
just it. He told you. He told you. I would be very cautious. Maybe get the kid a super heavy car.
I'm going to be putting sandbags in that fucking trunk underneath the fiberglass board. I'm going to load his vehicle with sand that the only air he gets is from the vents when it's on high.
Going uphill and you're just on the back two wheels. It doesn't reach.
My nose is bleeding. I feel lightheaded. Why is this guy on the bottom?
He's going to need like Fred from the Stone Piddles or something like that to keep going forward.
Oh, he'd be better off riding a catapult.
Yeah.
And just go, bleh.
Well, he's little enough he can like spear himself if he could just keep stiff.
Back to your art.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, definitely missed the camera. But I will say,
Wow, you got right back on that.
I'm good. I'm good at doing that.
Cool. I'm ready. All right, let's go. Keep going.
Yeah, no, I completely missed the camera. On the flip side, like I said, it's just what I'm doing. I don't like doing portraits so much unless I have some sort of like special thing I can do with it. There's a few things that I've learned with Photoshop and stuff, but I'm waiting until I get back into classes again to really move forward. But with what I'm doing right now, it's kind of the Zen moment you get.
So how exactly are you putting these ideas together?
What do you mean?
What is your mind frame in... I know how to phrase this question. I'm trying to phrase it correctly. You put this image together using clippings.
Yes.
What brings you to choosing a piece, like, for the piece itself? So you're flipping through these magazines. What catches you? Like, what do you feel about it, or what intrigues you to pull that and use that as part of it?
I do a pre-sketch, but the pre-sketch, like, if I were to show you the pre-sketch versus the final piece, you'd be like, no, it wasn't. But I will flip through with a general idea. I've got men's magazines, I've got women's magazines, and everything in between, gardening and cooking, yada, yada, yada.
Music and yeah.
Yeah, anything I can get my hands on, anything that anybody's willing to donate me. I love garbage, guys. You flip through with a certain idea, and it's kind of amazing what you can pull out of one magazine versus another. I'll have, like, say I'm doing one with a person, I don't know, like the Clint Eastwood, the one I did with Clint Eastwood.
Yeah, yep.
Okay, so that one I think I even sent you a couple where I was just piecing different people in because I knew what I was looking for, but it has to look some sort of like it falls into place.
It has to connect. Somehow you're making these different images from different magazines connect into a completely different spectrum of what it is. Like, you're almost creating different ads out of ads that are like off the wall.
It's manual Photoshop.
It's awesome. It's awesome. Yeah, I think it's refreshing.
Thank you. No, it's fun, and it's kind of that mindset of doing like a jigsaw puzzle, and you just sit there and you play around with the puzzle pieces until they click into place. And I'm still learning. You know, I'm trying to put in little ideas or little. I did one completely based on color theory, and I think that was a really successful one. And then I flipped around and did another one based on, perspective and things like that to just make sure that I'm practicing as I'm going through and learning.
It seems so intentional and so calculated, though. At least when I look at it, I see every single detail of every single pattern and shape that you cut out because I'm trying to figure out the reason of why they were chosen,
And there's absolutely reason behind each of them. I don't just, willy-nilly throw things together. I have a collection. Like, if I were to pick out 2 specific patterns, I would be trying like 30 patterns in there until I find the connecting, like, oh, wow, you can't get your eye off of that, or, it startles your eye, so it just kind of is bothersome.
It definitely catches the eye. Like, when I'm scrolling on Instagram, what's your Instagram tag?
Oh, it is jekstrom_art.
When I'm scrolling that, it's like every image has some sort of a catching point. It's almost like a contrast between the 2 different prints of some point, like in the heart when you have those zigzag patterns and stuff like that. And just the Clint Eastwood I just liked because he was completely random. In whatever the photo was trying to say, and then it's all of a sudden, Dirty Harry.
Dirty Harry, yeah.
But there's something that catches in every single one you do. Now that one that was like the candle matches freaked me the fuck out. We don't have to talk about it. I think because it was like wide objects and then you had these little droplets or something, there was an eeriness about it that it hurt.
That was supposed to start out as, I was thinking like fall apple trees. And once I started putting it together, I was like, this isn't right. Like that, and that's what I mean. Like, it starts out as one idea. Once I start putting the composition together, it turns into something else, but not so radically. I'm curious. I still have to look up what you said about the swords, the 10 swords. Is that what it was?
Yeah, it's like deceiving. It's like a card of deceit.
I've got a whole thing of tarot cards at my house.
Let me just record it so that...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to record it for the viewers so they're not like just fucking talking about tarot cards.
Tarot cards, matches,
tarot cards, and crystals, and bippity-boppity-boo.
I said I'm coming in with sage to work, so...
It needs it. But yeah, that card is very uncomfortable to look at because it's a whole bunch of swords that are stuck in the ground. Okay, so the Ten of Swords stands for painful endings, deep wounds, betrayal, loss, and crisis.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Especially considering this past week.
It's tarot cards, there's like a one way or the other. So the upright is those that I just said. And then the reversed part is also recovery, regeneration, resisting, and an inevitable end. So it's just a very mood swinging card. Did you see it?
No, I didn't bother to open my set.
It's just uncomfortable. Anyway.
That makes, yeah, no, I totally get it.
I felt something when I didn't. Art doesn't mean you have to feel good when you look at it.
No, it's supposed to bother.
And it's supposed to bring some sort of emotion.
Yeah.
If art is emotionless, it's nothing because no one cared to put effort into it. How can it be considered art?
Yeah. And it's funny, I really like that you said that because I never thought, there were a few that I did where I'm just like, you're supposed to, put your soul into it, and then I just don't see it. So I was kind of envious of the people who you could tell were pouring their heart and soul into it, and you could just read that emotion. And the first few that I did, I felt were just not. I think you saw the little like cutesy ones that look like stickers.
It was you figuring it out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you were working to find what you were trying to find. So there's a different energy in those that they still showed a creativity to them and a little bit of a pop that I love the pug one. Like, it makes me laugh every time I see it just because of her.
Yeah.
Look at how that started to where you're at now in working on these pieces.
Oh, yeah, and I can tell you, like, I'm working on my, not Yeti, Sasquatch.
Yeah, the Sasquatch on the map.
Yeah, so I need to actually buy a map. Right now, I scanned it in to have the Yeti or the Sasquatch.
What type of map do you want?
Any, really, as long as it's map. We
should find you like an Appalachian Trail one.
Oh, that would be amazing. This is really nerdy too. My mom is a Sasquatch nut. She loves Bigfoot. She's got Bigfoot tree ornaments. She's got it.
That's cute.
She's got
cute.
Giant Bigfoot in her backyard. Everything Sasquatch is my
Good
mom.
to know. Good to know. I'm going to use that, Chris.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. She is. So when I was doing that, I immediately thought of my mom, and it just kind of became like, he's my little baby. I absolutely adore him.
Okay. No pressure.
Yeah.
I have something that I think might put something special to it.
Uh-oh.
Make him hold a latte. Or a silhouette of like a little
cup or something.
Yeah.
So that's part of the reason I scanned his image in, because
that's awesome.
I want to, granted, the original hopefully
is the
original. It will be gone. But having the actual outline of it and being able to do a little more digital work.
Put sunglasses on him.
Oh, yeah, just do cute shit to
dress him like a hipster.
Right? Hey. Yeah, no, and I was thinking that might be, I have mixed feelings about the digital still, where, there's the original piece that cannot be replicated, and then there's the digital version that can be printed and printed and printed, and it kind of loses its specialness. But when you start to play around and look at it from the aspect of, hey, look, I can use this to do this and make it something that can be special for somebody else, but not mass produced. Like, I don't want 15 of the same.
Think about how many original pieces of art ended up being reproduced and altered slightly.
Oh, yeah.
And money has been made. There is the original that has the respect. I mean, like the Mona Lisa. How many puns have been made on that? Pictures of Marilyn Monroe, Well,
fact check me here. So fact check. I believe one of my classmates and I were talking. She said that a Renoir just got rediscovered. They thought Renoir, they would have the apprentices and whatever learning his paintings. It's most of his paintings that are known are not his. They're his original, but not his painting. It's what he taught, and how students would learn is just making duplicates.
Learning his technique.
Yeah, learning his technique, learning their technique, learning how to perfect it. So they just uncovered a real an actual Renoir original with the autograph and everything.
Where do you see yourself going with this newfound hobby?
It's hard to say. I have a lot of different ideas at once. There's a lot I want to do in the photography with it still. I want to start combining the photos and the magazine pieces, but I also want to start using like little miniature toys and doing miniature scenes.
So that's awesome that you just said that, because I was like, because I have a bag full of old ass toys in this room, and you just made me remind myself. I wanted you to see them so you could do something with them.
Yeah.
Hold on. Okay.
I still have the
it's
disco
like right
balls.
over there. Hold on. Yes. Oh my God. We could put disco balls with these guys. Ooh,
You found them?
I needed this today.
Oh, yeah.
I was thinking
Oh
about
my
it.
God, look at this.
Dude.
Oh, you've got dinosaurs.
Look at my chunky T-Rex.
Oh my God, he looks like my dog.
I love him. Actually, I think I'm
adorable.
going to take him to work and put him in my garden.
You totally
'cause
should.
Look how little his arms are.
That's beyond T-Rex. That's a T-Rex that couldn't even like.
Oh my God.
Shit.
I'm going to post this on the Facebook page and the Instagram page so that people can actually see what we're looking at right now, because, I mean, it's like a realistic Barney that's not purple.
Oh my God, yes, you hit the nail on the head with that. It is.
I
and
love
he's got like
you. You love
he's got
me.
fat rolls.
He's like a jazzier Barney. He
Well,
probably
he's got
goes.
love handles.
Yeah, he's got some handles, but I think he goes by Barney.
Bonnet.
My name is Barney.
Bonnet. The blue bonnet, but it's blue.
Yeah, look at all these guys.
I got my squigglies back.
Hey, look, there we are.
All right.
Brought to you by Squiggles.
Squigglies.
The Scrolls.
Squirrel.
All right. Are you
All
ready to play What Would You Do?
We're ready. All of my personalities are.
This is a good one because of all the shit that's on the table. If Jurassic Park were real, would you want to go?
So I have to ask, is this like super safe Jurassic Park, or you could possibly be eaten Jurassic Park?
I don't know.
Okay.
So
So it's just a gamble Jurassic Park.
I'm gonna go by the actual plot of the movie is that
It's gonna
it's
fail.
safe with my air quotes, but shit usually always goes haywire.
Right. I would probably say no. I am willing to do a lot of weird shit. I can go swimming with the fucking sharks. I can, stand next to a wild animal and not lose my shit unless it's a deer for some reason. Just fucking deer, man. But I would not want to go hang out with some dinosaurs. No.
I'm torn. I think
You would be.
yeah, but chink. I'm torn because I'm gonna say yes if I'm at a point in my life where not many people rely on me,
Yeah.
because I can't put myself at risk right now. If you were to say, let's go to Jurassic Park tomorrow, I'd be like, no way, dude. I'm not leaving them with all that debt. I don't want to have to come back home crippled or like a leg missing because my bathroom's on the second floor.
Oh, that would suck.
There's just and it's no matter what, it steps up to get into my freaking house. So I would prevail, but I don't want to be in that situation.
So how about this? They throw out a retirement home out there, but it's not for like, the young retirees. It's for like the old decrepit people. Like I would go out there then because you know what? If I'm in too much pain to live, I won't run from a dinosaur. And be like, yeah, this is scruffy. I know at some point.
It would also be a very epic death.
Right. My name listed in the obituary, shredded by raptors. I'm like, yeah, accurate. I was probably chasing a
A
dog. or
week
something.
after her 127th birthday, after 4 times of curing cancer,
Miss Ekstrom was shredded in the back by a raptor. No, I'm not okay with that. I think.
blasting Frank Zappa.
All right. Yeah. Great googly moogly.
I'd give it a shot. I'd want to see the Triceratops and the T-Rex. Not like a young, youthful T-Rex. I want to see that old bitch who's always the damn hero dinosaur.
The only one. No, she was a heroine too, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because she's old.
She's old.
She's weathered. I want to see.
How does she keep surviving? That's like the Jaws kind. Well, I guess they were like, oh, it's the son of Jaws, whatever.
I don't know. Something's working for her.
Yeah.
You want to talk about a real badass? You talk to her. Anyway.
Yeah, no, I don't think dinosaurs would be my game. Throw me in an ocean, though.
So would you explore the deep ocean where there's...
Fuck yes.
Okay. Okay, see, I'm the opposite.
Yeah.
I would rather die on ground being shredded by raptors than underwater suffocating with a bunch of those anglerfish just looking at me. That sounds like a more horrific death.
You'd be crushed to death before you would suffocate.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But if in a weird world or realm, I ended up at the bottom,
Yeah.
and they're just all looking at me like, the fuck you doing down here? Well, I mean, you're white enough to live down here, but, I mean, you don't look like us. And
I feel like I'd rather go by ancient shark than by ancient lizard.
Understood.
Yeah.
Respected.
Yeah, they would just pop me like a pill. Up there, they'll fucking shred you.
Okay, so if a megalodon swallowed you, you could potentially just live inside him for a while.
I mean, until you drown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you'd have fresh seafood for your remainder of days.
Yeah, but you know, the stuff that they're eating down there is the I don't know. I'm one of those people where, like, if you lay out a bass, I'm like, yeah, I could totally eat that bass, that rockfish, you know, flounder, whatever. But then, like, what the McDonald's things are made out of, the fish fillets are made out of, have you seen those fish?
No.
You should Google that sometime. It's horrifying. It is just a very ugly fish for some reason. The ugliest one in the sea, but it just tastes so fucking good. But yeah, no, I would see that coming in. I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't. It's too ugly to eat. Really weird. Maybe eel. I like eel.
There would have to be something. You could be like, all right.
Like hagfish are slimy, so no.
So if you could go to the bottom, but make sure you have an oxygen tank.
Kind of like was it Jonah and the whale or whatever? Somebody's going to catch it and they're just going to find me sitting there. Hi, guys!
Thank God I had to shit for the longest time. A full diet of sushi forever. What do you expect me to do?
No fucking rice down here.
Guys have seaweed salad.
Could just really go for color.
If you could be a pro athlete in any sport, what program would you be in?
So, what kind of like any sport in the
Any
world?
sport.
Any sport in the world.
A valid sport that has professional sports labeling.
Okay, I played volleyball in high school, and I feel like I would go back to, like, I had fun with that, but I'm like, my aggression is a bit different to be on a team sport than it is to be like on a one-on-one thing. So, like, I don't know. I was thinking MMA fighter or something like that because I've been watching a lot of fights recently, but no, I like my head. I like where my brain's at. And I don't like getting hurt. I really don't like that. I think I would like to be a swimmer, like some sort of swimming.
Like a solo, your personal best goals.
Right. Like, you know,
I agree with you.
The kind of where you can, because that's a useful sport. You know, if I ever fall off a cruise ship or something, I can like dolphin my way back home or something. You know, like, I got it. We're good. I magically have a compass like embedded in me like a seagull or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Because I chose archery.
All right.
But if I had to do a team sport, I would want to do curling because I don't fucking get it. And I don't think the people who play it do either. I think they all just grab brooms and they're like, all right, let's start this here. And we're going to move it right down there. And be like,
That's
hey, okay.
really popular.
And they look like it's no pressure. I feel like there's a little bit of like, hey,
You gotta keep it moving. You gotta
Yeah.
keep it. And if you're the person who because I played it. I played it at my grandparents' retirement community. They live out in Tempe, Arizona, and they have it there. I think I've also done it once on a cruise ship as a child, and you obviously don't know what the fuck you're doing. But it takes a lot of skill. Like, them people got skill. They're just like, shh, no,
yeah, it's
I'm
pretty.
good.
I think it's freaking fascinating. So if I could be a professional athlete and do that, be like, hell yeah, I can. You
It
know,
would really improve my skills with brushing or brooming, sweeping, brooming, really, sweeping,
sweeping.
sweeping the floors.
Oh shit! But yeah, I think archery is fucking badass, and I'd do that pro. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. I didn't even think about that.
What's the one that it's like skiing with a rifle?
Oh fuck! I know what you're talking about, but I don't know what it's called. That would warrant me. Like, I would shoot myself. I would fall and shoot myself. I don't know what it's called. Is
We're
it
gonna call it the sled hunter.
the ski hunters?
The ski hunters. Would you rather be 3 feet tall or 9 feet tall?
I personally, after a huge debate about this with my boyfriend last night, 3 feet tall. He was all about being taller because, you have so much more convenience. And I was like, yeah, but if you're smaller, your dog could be your horse. Plain and simple. Get a Newfie at 3 foot tall. What, you weigh 50 pounds or so? I'm really bad at guessing weights. Throw yourself on the back of the dog, ride it into work.
What? Okay, I agree with you. I chose 3 feet tall as well. Mostly because, tall people, they have to bend down to get into places. Their back probably hurts all the time.
Right.
I mean, I'm sure that being 3 foot tall would come with its own limitations, but
Driving the smart cars only.
yeah, you would also be, your face would be in front of people's butts all the time, so you would get the freshest farts.
Ugh,
I'm sorry.
it's true.
But I still would rather be 3 foot tall than 9 foot tall.
My first thought was snuggling purposes. Like if I'm a 3 foot tall, you know, and I get in bed, my dogs want to snuggle. Like you're like a kitten. You're just gonna sleep right on them.
Yeah,
Like,
I would rather have, like, my dogs be super big and maybe
Yeah.
little. I like that idea.
you could throw a saddle on Bella and you could ride her to work.
I wouldn't do that to her.
She would enjoy it.
I know. I would do it to a miniature horse, though. Think about that.
They have a lot of joint problems.
Yeah, well, fuck horses. Dogs are cuter. Sorry, don't fuck horses. That's not cool. And I'm sorry, horses.
And get myself a Saint Bernard. Shrink down to 3 feet tall. His name would be Colonel.
Think about that in our perspective now, how big that dog will be.
Oh yeah, that's what I mean. They wouldn't even notice I was on his back if I'm.
It would be like going back to being a toddler and being around these things. Oh, fuck.
Get hit by the tail. Oh, I got knocked down the steps again.
If you could domesticate any animal in the world, what would it be?
Ugh, this was a hard one because I don't know. What would be something fun to domesticate that would just be like,
You want to know what I chose?
yeah.
Polar bear.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? I could see it. I would have to say something like a part of me in a weird way, like, is thinking like some sort of like bird. But
I thought you were going to say shark.
no, that's the limitates them. The limitations of a shark would be Shark Tank. They could only be in a bowl, and that, you know, I would rather have something that could walk free. So like a gator or something. I would love to walk a gator around. Or a Komodo dragon.
Yeah, those things are like beefy lizards.
I think if that would be it, is a Komodo dragon. I remember very vividly a Steve Irwin episode where he got his shoe bit by one and it shredded through the leather and the rubber. And just, they're fucking badass.
Yeah.
And they're fast.
What would you domesticate?
I would say maybe an alligator or a Komodo dragon. Now that I've really kind of I think the Komodo dragon over a gator.
So what would you do with them? Would they be house pets? Would they be yard pets?
I would probably be a mix of both. I mean, I can't just keep something confined in all the time. And
Honey, you're making noise. I'm redoing this question because you made noise. And I will make sure to start the dryer when I come up. Okay, so would they be outdoor animals, is what you're saying?
a mix of both. I mean, they'd have a special. I'd probably make my basement dedicated to him because I've got the fireplace down there, the gas fireplace. So it's cozy, whatever. A reptile shit in the basement would be a fuck of a lot easier to clean up than a reptile shit in the house. So cool. And then during the summer, you know, so it can bask on, you know, whatever it wanted to and take it on walks with its like spike collar and be like, yo, what's up, motherfuckers? Like, it's my fucking Komodo dragon. I don't know what I'd name him.
I think it's funny that that's what you chose. I choose a big, cuddly white bear because that's what I want in life, is a big, cuddly white bear.
I thought about cuddly stuff, but like if this is a once in a lifetime chance, like, I don't know, I want something real, or going the completely opposite spectrum into cuddly, just because it would be fun to say. I would do a kinkajou, just because I would want to tell people I have a kinkajou. There's a kinkajou back at my house.
What historical figure would make the worst ghost to be haunted by?
Do I have limitations on my...
Anything.
Okay, so I immediately thought Hunter S. Thompson. Not because he was a terrible person, but because he would enjoy it. He would be the epitome of what a poltergeist is, I think. He would harmlessly fuck with you, but really kind of skate the edge. And I just feel like you would be like, that's fucking Mr. Thompson, and he's haunting my house. Just don't mind things being whipped at your head. I just feel like it'd be consistent pranks, but after a while, it'd be like, dude, come on.
Yeah.
I feel like that rather than any other person.
I'm honestly scared to say mine because I fear the backlash.
Uh-oh.
I think the worst ghost to be haunted by would be Helen Keller.
Oh.
Because think of all the noises that deaf people make.
Yeah?
If she's also blind, she's probably bumping into shit. So you basically just have like this house that has all these weird and shit's just bouncing all, you know, falling on the floor and, you know, just...
So you're talking like little young Helen Keller.
Any deaf blind person.
Yeah.
Maybe not just Helen Keller. And the worst ghost would be a blind and deaf one
because you would have no fucking clue what was going on.
But would they carry the ailments over?
We're gonna say they are.
Okay. Fair.
We're gonna say, but you're right. Chances are, once Helen got to the afterlife, she regained her sight, she regained her vision. God bless her. She did so much for us.
Oh yeah, no,
You know,
not.
Much love to Helen Keller, but Cards Against Humanity has really torn you a new one. So if this offends you, I'm really sorry, Helen.
No, I can definitely see where you're going with that, because my thought is a young, rambunctious child Helen Keller. Yeah, I can totally hear all the noises.
It would be worse than if you have a vindictive person.
Right.
It would be like living with constant children and noises and chaos. And, even when your own kids are asleep, you just have this, in the middle of the night.
You're gonna start finding toys at the top of the stairwell.
Yeah.
That would be the
Braille
worst.
signs are going to start appearing. And be like, when did I get this on the toilet?
What
anyway.
did it say?
I'm really sorry. Just going to apologize for that ahead of time. Would you rather live with a mullet or be bald for the rest of your life?
I think I'd go with the bald.
Same.
Yeah, you can't French braid a mullet. You can't do anything to a mullet.
Nothing.
No, and I can't braid, so what's the point?
Nothing saves that.
No.
I mean, if wigs were an option, so I have to live with a mullet, but I would be allowed to wear a wig over top, I'd probably go with the long hair because I could figure it out. But
Yeah.
No, I'm going bald. If I'd have to be an open mullet, that's so butchy.
I've had it one time by accident. A hairdresser back in, I think I was in 8th grade. Legit, she was trying to do layers and cut me into a fucking mullet. And I just, never again.
So I am a victim of the bowl cut.
Ooh.
But I do have sympathy for you in the aspect that you end up looking like some sort of a mushroom. Jackie, unfortunately, was the victim of a mullet as well. You guys can talk about it if you need to.
Well, she had the mullet before I had the mullet.
Couple years, yeah.
Yeah. So
But she also rocked it much longer.
Okay, fair. Mine got cut off very quickly. I was like, I can't do this anymore.
No, she lived with it.
She had the times were
The times were more accepting.
right.
If you had to describe your entire life in 20 words, what would you say?
What would you do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
All right. So my 20 words to describe my entire life would be: Murphy's Law and karma are the only truths in this world, and they will always manage to find me anywhere.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, so mine, roller coaster ride 24/7, ride or die to the end as long as I got my family and friends.
Aw, yours is more sentimental.
Yeah, I ride or die, bitch.
Yeah.
You know.
Mine, on the other hand, it's like, they're gonna get you.
That is how she lives her life. She sets people on fire and she stabs them in the ankle.
Oh, I've done more, haven't I?
I'm sure you have. If you had to be reincarnated as any object that is not an animal, what would you be?
Oh, this was a tough one for me too, but I went right back to cuddling, which is awful. But like a teddy bear, some sort of like a child stuffed animal, definitely not a dog toy.
Oh,
I wouldn't make it as a dog toy.
that's cute.
Yeah.
I chose fire. Because I don't know. I don't know why. I just was like, that'd be fucking awesome. If I could be fire.
And, I mean, fire is energy. Nothing kills energy. You put it out in one spot, you're going to be lit up somewhere else.
Yeah.
I lose my eye. I guess we can sew on a button.
When you arrive at the pearly gates of heaven, what does God say to you?
God will say to me, here's a map. I'll have a map of everybody up there that I was somehow attached to down here. Here's the map is the only thing. You open it up, you see grandma's house, you see grandpa's house. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
I got sentimental with that one too.
Oh.
Yeah, I think that'd be the best.
Yeah, that would be a very culminating heaven. Mine, would you like to hear mine?
Yes, absolutely.
I actually wrote a monologue.
Oh, wow.
Because I had some time on my hands. So I'm going to walk into the pearly gates and I'm going to come up to some sort of a desk and it's going to be slightly enclosed as if he's like a car salesman. You know, he doesn't want to be completely exposed. Sure. So God's on the phone and he's just yammering away and he's like,
Hold on a second. Yes, welcome, Holly. You'll be on the top floor. Change your spot. And I was like,
excuse me, God.
yes, Heidi.
You know I don't like heights. Hey, God, hey, hello.
Well, Heather, you're lucky you made it here. If these accommodations aren't adequate, I can send you back down to...
No, it's fine. I'm happy to be here.
Great. By the way, the elevator's broken. I remember how much you liked cardio at the gym.
He flicks me the key and says,
Welcome to heaven, help me.
I feel like I'll make it there, but it's not going to be
He's gonna make you work for it.
Yeah, he's not going to be like, oh my God, you've made it. It's going to be more like you're nothing special. Because that's how
Skin of your teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, he'll just be like, don't push it up here. Don't push it.
I don't know. I feel like...
And then I feel like there would still be a map involved. But
Yeah.
there would be like the shitty timeshare interview at the beginning.
Oh, that would be horrible.
Oh, could you imagine if heaven was like a timeshare?
Fuck.
You go up and you're like, I really don't want to do the stamp tour.
I didn't even think, like, does there have to be, but I don't know, like, some sort of an introduction, like, some person walks up to you, here's a map. Like, what? Like...
You find this really nice villa and then you have to do a freaking timeshare seminar.
Or they make you do those really obnoxious self-intros while singing Baby Shark.
Dude, that's out of line.
Yeah.
That's way too much. That hurt.
Sorry.
If you had to wear a mask for the rest of your life, what would you wear?
I would totally go with a furry helmet, like a mascot head.
Okay, what animal?
Oh gosh, what animal? I would want to do like a bunny or something. I don't know.
Creepy bunny or cute bunny?
I think the creepy bunny would be more fun because cute bunny would give people like, like get away from me. But yeah, maybe something creepy or something just very plain, very minimal sewn, because I think, like, you think back to the old teddy bears and their minimalistic face, kind of like with red beady eyes instead. Yeah, that'd be real, something like that.
Yeah. Because I couldn't figure out what masks to wear. I've never really like worn masks. I've only ever done like face painting.
Yeah.
But I literally Googled different types of masks. I was like, I'll find something cute. I'll be like, yeah, that's what I'll pick. I really don't like masks.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid of them, so people in masks don't weird me out, but I'm like, I don't want to
They're uncomfortable.
Yeah, I don't want to put any of them on my face.
That's why I went for the mascot head, because it's not against, like, I couldn't do like the silicone or whatever the rubber is against my skin. You sweat, you smell it all day. At least you've got a bubble with a mascot head, so you've got a little space. You get some breathing room.
Well, when I was Googling, one of the top things as a mask was the Groucho Marx face.
Oh my God.
So I was like, okay, if this counts as a mask on Google, this counts as a mask for this challenge. So I'm fine wearing glasses with like cute little mustache and furry eyebrows and a big
Goddamn,
nose.
that'd be adorable.
Yeah, I'm glad I saw that because nothing else was. I was like, God damn, I'm gonna get stuck with something hot and latex makes me break out, and I'm just gonna feel miserable for the rest of my life.
The plastic on your skin all day.
Anxiety.
Nope. No, definitely mascot head. I like the bobblehead look.
Would you rather have to say everything that comes to mind or never say anything again?
That's a tough one. I feel like I would be safe saying everything that comes to mind. Only because I try to do that now. I tend to just blab all the time. I think I would be okay with that because I never really, I would probably stir the pot at screaming from my shut up!
Well,
just shut up!
Potentially be fun.
Yeah, right? So that's fair. I feel like I would be a much more confident person.
I would love to see that one day, that you just snap, not in a bad way, but you're just like, this is what it is, and this is how it is, and this is how I'm going to say it. And then you just like bounce back to your office, you're like,
There have been days I have come close.
Well, I agree with you because saying everything isn't much different than how I am now. As I say everything as it is now.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I think I would end up exploding if I could never speak again. Like, I feel like my blood pressure would just eventually just burst out of my ears.
Yeah.
And if I couldn't get anything off of my chest, especially living with 3 teenage boys. Yeah.
Honesty never hurts. Stings a little.
If you could create a celebrity family tree, who would your family be?
All right. So I've thought this out and I'm kind of matching it up to the way my family is structured now. My first and immediate thought is my mom would be Cher, because one of my favorite quotes from Cher, and I'm going to paraphrase it majorly here, but basically, you don't need no man. Fucking Cher. Yes. It's Cher. Who doesn't love Cher? My dad, we're going to say, would be, to go along with his actual personality, but also this celebrity just seems like a fatherly figure, is Seth Rogen. Weirdly enough, like, I think he would make an awesome dad if he isn't.
He's in my tree.
Really? Mm-hmm. Oh my God, we're related.
Well, that would be weird when I tell you where he is in my tree.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. My sister would be Alanis Morissette, definitely. Got 3 uncles lined up. I have a uncle Gene Wilder. I have an uncle Freddie Mercury, and I have an uncle Dee Snider.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. I did have a single aunt. I couldn't think of anything for an aunt, really. Well, I think Sheryl Crow would make a fun aunt.
The aunts were really hard.
Yeah.
I got a couple that I pushed out.
Yeah. That one was tough. Sheryl Crow would probably be my aunt. Grandpa DeVito.
Dude, I put him as my uncle. Okay, can I tell you my list and you can think of your rest
absolutely.
Okay. I really put this tree together and I basically categorized it and I filled in spots of people who I felt were influential to me. For my grandparents, I put Lily Tomlin and Willie Nelson together because they both have like an earthy. I know that Lily Tomlin's a lesbian, but
this is fantasy.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Her and Willie would be great together, whether it's platonic or whatever. Who knows? She could have came out as gay. She could have started the gay dream. And then the other one would be Betty White and Walter Matthau. Do you know who he is?
No.
Grumpy old men.
Okay.
Yeah, he's the dark-haired guy that he just is like kind of grumpy. He actually reminds me of my actual grandfather who's alive.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, my parents, I chose Ed O'Neill from Modern Family.
Okay.
He's the dad from Modern Family. He was also the dad in Married with Children. So, both of those time frames, like, I would love to have him as the dad he was because he was a fucking hot mess. And I'd love to have him in Modern Family as well. I just think he's such a... I love his energy. And my mom would be Patricia Heaton from Home Improvement. The mom from Home Improvement.
I love her.
She was just a rock star mom. She wasn't perfect. She would have her meltdowns. Like, she was real. For a sitcom,
Yeah.
she was a real mom. So I also did a scenario in case they were divorced.
Oh my God, you went into this.
I told you, I had a lot of free time at work today. Stone Cold Steve Austin would marry Patricia Heaton. I don't know why, but I feel like she's gonna go into a bad boy, rugged, but still responsible phase.
Sure.
And Ed O'Neill would end up with Jean Smart, she's just a classic actress that she did a lot of like supporting roles.
This was the challenge for me. I'm not a I'm so
it's
bad.
Okay. And me, I'm like, ooh, I know exactly who I want.
I'm back here. The Spice Girls.
And I have the best aunts in the world.
Okay.
Just so you know. It took me a while to figure them out, but when I did, RuPaul, Oprah, and Bonnie Raitt, because she is just so glorious of an artist.
Yeah.
My uncles would be Danny DeVito and Woody Harrelson.
All right.
Yeah. So who were did you just have Danny DeVito as the uncle?
No, Danny DeVito would be Grandpa.
Okay, Grandpa.
Yeah, Grandpa. Uncles were Gene Wilder, Freddie Mercury, and Dee Snider. Grandma, who did I say for my grandma? Did I?
You didn't yet.
Oh, shit. I'm going to have to think on my feet for this one. I think just because I watched this recently, now I want to flip-flop. Can I flip-flop?
Do whatever you want.
Tina Fey is going to be my mom.
Perfect. Why didn't I think of her?
Tina Fey is going to be my mom. Cher is going to be my grandma. I need a Cher grandma.
Oh, yeah, you need that.
And if I'm doing the other side, then it would be Madonna and Bruce Willis on my other side.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I thought about Bruce, and I was like,
it's the hearsay of his personality kind of makes me like, he'd probably be like a distant, like he'd be my grandfather that I don't see that often. Mm-hmm. And Madonna's a little wily in her own way, but I love her. Like I heard her song come on. Oh God. Oh shit. It was her old album, Music. Music makes the people. Yeah.
well, okay, so in my family, I actually put that I have brothers.
Oh, nice.
And I wanted to choose people who kind of had different parts of my personality. So I chose Jason Momoa as my big brother.
Ooh.
Because I feel like he would be a really good big brother.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then for my little brother, I chose Adam Devine.
With the brown hair. Mm-hmm. He's so adorable.
Yeah, I just feel like he would be a cute little brother.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely. I could see that.
Yeah, so they were my brothers. And then for my cousins, this is the last one. My cousins, I would do Charlie Day as like an older cousin.
Love him.
Seth Rogen would be my cousin, older cousin.
Okay, not so weird if he's an older cousin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And Bridget Everett would be probably one of the coolest cousins to have. She's that comedy singer that's always with Amy Schumer.
Okay.
I fucking love her. Like I every time I have to watch everything that she's in for some reason because she just fascinates me. When she's on Amy's podcast, she is the most bashful and modest and shy woman. But when she is out, like she does a lot of shows at Joe's Pub. Her titties are out. Yeah. She's singing about titties. She's singing about her puss. She's very reserved and quiet, and she does have like some raunchiness to her, but she's not all the time.
Yeah.
It's just I love her.
Oh, that's a good one.
So,
gosh, I didn't think so far. I don't think I know enough celebrities to make cousins here. Let's see if I can ramble off three.
You can just basically say the band of Cars are great. I'm gonna have the band Green Day as my cousins.
Well, that would kind of work actually. I could probably do like a Blink-182 cousin set. Just most of my cousins are boys anyway, and then I need 3 girls to balance it out.
Hey, you want to go to my cousin's show? The Spice Girls be your cousins.
Yes, I would definitely. What was the Ginger Spice?
Oh, Ginger Spice. I don't know what her name is.
I forgot her last name. Her. I feel like I have a baby cousin, so Emma Baby Spice, and I don't know.
She'd just have all of them.
I guess. I guess.
Some could be twins.
So, Yeah. I'm not a fan of Posh. Like, Scary, I feel like would be my sister.
But you always have that cousin you don't really like.
Yeah, okay.
So let's be real in this.
I never liked her. That was the only one because, like, Sporty made sense. Scary made sense, but Posh in the movies was always just like, I'm so over this. And I was just so over her. Like, everybody else would be
She was
perfect.
the friend that they hung with her for sympathy because they knew she had some sort of bitchiness to her that was not her fault.
Yeah.
It always turned into some sort of traumatic, abusive parent reason as to why they were so angsty, and they were probably going through like a divorced home or something that was behind the scenes because she was too cool to talk about. I'm sorry, just got really dark with that.
Yeah, that took a turn. I'm thinking more like she just kind of seemed like an asshole.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut that part out.
Yeah, Scary. I have a Scary Spice doll. That's how much I like Scary Spice.
I liked Ginger. If I had to choose, I would choose Ginger.
I had, as a kid, like total kid crush on Ginger.
She was cute.
I like Scary because of her hair and just like the wildness that
she had a great energy.
Oh my god.
Yeah. If you would put her on mute, she could be in a funk band, and I think that's what I liked about her.
If you go back to the music videos, like she was the one. She was the, like, Sporty was kind of like,
this way, hey, move that way. She moved this way, hey, move that way.
I had the dance talent of Sporty, not, definitely.
But the heart of Scary.
But the heart of Scary.
Well, you successfully answered the questions.
Awesome. I didn't break down at all. Did a good job.
So I decided that we have good endings when I offer them a prize for the end of it.
Oh.
So you will be the lucky winner of a 6-pack of natural chocolate snack packs.
Oh. I'm going to cry.
You can claim your prize upstairs.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Cool.
I don't know how to thank you.
Until next time.
Peanut butter.